Well, hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at yet another Danish stock called Pandora. Pandora is a jewelry company. They are manufacturers of all kinds of jewelry and luxury handcrafted things. So let's just get right into it and take a look at this company's exclusive summary. Pandora designs, manufactures, and markets hand-finished and contemporary jewelry worldwide. Alright, so you get a tiny bit of an idea of what this company is about. We are also going to be talking about the Wikipedia page and going into depth a little bit more about what this company is about. But let's take a look at the rewards here. You can see it is trading below. It's trading 39.8% below our estimates of its fair value. And when they say our estimates, they mean simply Wall Street, which is the place, you can see the logo here, the place where they are rating and making all these estimates for these stocks. Okay, another reward. Earnings are forecast to grow with 17.5% per year. So another great thing. Risk analysis. They have apparently a high level of debt and large one-off item impacting financial results. Shareholders have been diluted in the past year, apparently. See all risk checks. They are failing in their good financial position because they have this high debt level and high quality earnings. They are also failing there, but apparently they are profitable and they're growing in their revenue department. So here you can see some similar companies if you want to check them out, these three. And if we continue down here you can see the share price, but that we're not going to look too much into this. If you want, you can go on the website yourself and check it out, but this is basically, you can see when they got dividend or when they got a management or a new strategy. You can see the price of the stock at those points in time. You can see strategy. Okay, so apparently they made a strategy right here and they went down a little bit or something. You can play around with that yourself if that is what you want. Stable share price. Pandora is not significantly more volatile than the rest of the Danish stocks over the past 3 months, typically moving 6% a week. Volatility over time. Pandora's weekly volatility, 6%, has been stable over the past year. Market performance. 7-day return. Yep. 1-year return. So apparently they have made a 83% return last year. That is very good. And also here you can see exceeded the Danish luxury industry, which returned 12.7% the past year. Pandora exceeded the Danish market, which returned 19%. So it exceeded both the market and its industry. Shareholders' return included dividends. You can see that. And long-term price volatility versus market. How volatile is Pandora's share price compared to market and industry in the past 5 years? So you can see the average market here. That must be the Danish market, is right here in the middle. So it is above that and also above its own industry, which is of course the luxury industry. Valuation. Here comes something very exciting. Is Pandora undervalued compared to its fair value and its price relative to the market? 39.3% undervalued compared to the fair value. So, as you can see here, right now the current price 615 kroners, and its fair value is apparently almost double that at 1,014 kroners. That's about right. So you can see it is undervalued with almost 40% according to these. That doesn't mean that the stock can't go down, of course, but it is trading below our estimate of its fair value, and it's basically trading a lot more than 20% below their estimate. Price to earnings ratio, the P ratio, PE versus industry. Pandora is good value based on its PE ratio, blah blah blah, compared to the XE luxury industry average. All right, and is poor value based on PE ratio. Okay, so it's apparently bad compared to the Danish market. PEG ratio. Pandora's PEG ratio is poor value based on its Pandora is poor value based on its PEG ratio, and Pandora is overvalued based on its PB ratio, which is the price to book ratio, as you can see there, compared to the XE luxury industry. Future growth. How is Pandora forecast to perform in the next 1 to 3 years based on our estimates from 10 analysts? 17.2% forecasted annual growth, earnings growth. Earnings and revenue forecasts. So you can see earnings. Here's the earnings. The forecast, of course, of what they think is going to happen. Free cash flow and cash from future return on equity, future ROE, return on equity, is forecast to be very high in 3 years' time, 45.8%. Past performance. How has Pandora performed over the past 5 years? Minus 16% historical annual growth. So actually, let's just go and take a look at the graph here. Let's just take a look, because here you can see, alright, so it started out here. So it had this great peak. Okay. Wow, this is somewhat of an interesting graph, because the share price has went up and down. Up here, I don't know why it has went up so much right here, by 1,000%, and now it's down. So that must explain why the historical annual growth is a minus 16%. It is definitely not at its all-time high right now. Its all-time high is round about 1,000 Danish kroners. So that is maybe also why they think that this stock is worth more, and it's undervalued because it has been significantly more higher valued. So they probably think that it can at least come to its all-time high once again. Pandora has a large one-off loss of 1.1 billion Danish kroners impacting its December financial results. Wow. 2020 financial results, sorry. Growing profit margin. Pandora's current net profit margin, 10.2%, are lower than last year, 13.4%. So we will probably find out a little bit more about this company when we look at its Wikipedia page, but this looks kind of weird. This large one-off loss they have lost. That must be this year that they have lost 1.1 billion Danish kroners. That is quite a bit. Past earnings growth analysis. You can see the company, how they have performed. So they apparently believe that this company can turn around, which they are of course also doing right here. As you can see, they're boosting up. Right here. Sorry. Quarantine right here. Somewhere in March, and now they're up by how much are they up this year? This year they are up with 83%. I think we saw that earlier, honestly. That is high ROE. Pandora's return on equity is considered high. Return on assets, return on capital employed, blah 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 blah. Financial health. How is Pandora's financial position? Short-term, long-term assets. Yeah, you can pause the video, take a look at that yourself. Pandora's short-term assets do not cover its short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. Pandora's long-term assets exceeds its long-term liabilities. All right. So short-term, it's not doing that great, but long-term, it is getting a tick right there. Pandora's debt-to-equity ratio is considered high. Pandora's debt-to-equity ratio has reduced from 42.8% to 40.6% over the past 5 years. Debt coverage. Pandora's debt is well covered by operating cash flow, almost 200%. Interest coverage. Pandora's interest payments on its debt are well covered by EBIT. All right. Balance sheet. All right. What is Pandora's current dividend yield? Is it reliable and sustainable? No. Apparently, as you can see here, and the analyst checks. Yeah, they are forecast to grow by 3%. 3% forecast dividend yield. Alright, so they think that they can expect a 3% dividend yield this year, but apparently unable to evaluate Pandora's dividend yield against the bottom 25% of dividend payers, as the company has not reported any recent payouts. Alright, so they are probably not paying any dividends. Also, we can see here at the dividends right here, nothing. There's no dividends listed right there. Stable dividend. Yeah, so they haven't got any data on the dividends. Future payout to shareholders, yeah, they can't calculate it basically. All right, management. How experienced are the management team, and are they aligned to the shareholders' interest? The CEO has been president, chief exclusive officer at Pandora since April. Or that is about basically the staff in the company. Experienced management. So the management team is considered experienced. And ownership. Who are the major shareholders, and have insiders been buying or selling? Okay, so as you can see here, they are not selling out their own company, which is a good sign that they basically believe in the company. If they begin selling off their own shares, then that could mean that they don't believe as much in the company, and that you don't want the owners of the company to don't believe in the company. And as you can see here, these are the 4 biggest shareholders. Yeah, guys, that was pretty much it right there. So now let's take a look at the page, at the Wikipedia page right here. So Pandora is a Danish jewelry manufacturer and retailer founded in 1982 by Per Enevoldsen. The company started as a family-run jewelry shop in Copenhagen. Pandora is known for its customizable charm bracelets, designer rings, necklaces, and watches. The company has a production site in Thailand and manufacture and markets its products in more than 100 countries on 6 continents, with more than 7,800 points of sale. So that sums up this stock. I hope you learned something new today about this company, and go check out the link in the description if you want to go and look on this page yourself right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.